Okay, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha Allah, Koholoimala, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all this, the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. My name is H.I.M Awaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit, little walk and talk. But wanted to get into this article, and generally when you don't see pictures in the articles of super duper heinous crimes, just know that it's Esau. You know it's Esau off the jump. So it says couple forced boys to take part in grape of a baby. Right now, here's the couple right here, because I had to Google. You know, you have to go into these web searches on these names, because like I said again, as soon as you see that, you're like, huh? No pictures? You scrolling through the news story, no pictures at all? You know it's Esau. Here they go right here. This is them. Look at this slob right here. Look at this slob. And I think the children, the boys that they had involved in it, were like, a 7 and a 3-year-old. Right? So it says, man and woman who forced two boys to take part in their grape of a 1-year-old girl during a catalog of abuse have been jailed, right? They've just been jailed, right? So now, when I see stories like this, I think about Jake in the ancient days, or no, I think about Jake in slavery days, rather. You know, a couple of 100 years ago when these people had absolute power over us, and we didn't have the, the little looseness that we have right now today to actually fight off these motherfuckers if they try and approach us. Even though if you went to court, you had to go through all kinds of ringers to try and prove yourself innocent. But in the meanwhile, still, we have that opportunity to keep these people off our ass in this day and time. But back in the slavery days, when these motherfuckers had us straight out in the back with them shacks, man, if they pulling stuff like this with their own children, just imagine what they was doing to our kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Or our, we know it to be buck raping, amongst our men. The raping of our women. And they was doing the same thing to our children. So just imagine when we had absolutely no power, might, or say in anything, the shit that they was doing to us. So that's what I really thought about as soon as I seen this shit. This is bananas, man. And they just getting jail time, So it says Samantha Crawford and Michael Cummins says made the children, then age 7 and 3, participate in their attacks on the infant, as well as abusing a 4th child. Gone, bro. Crawford and Cummins, who were once married but have since divorced, also made the 2 older children promise not to tell anyone about their repeated physical and sexual attacks. Crawford, 33, was sentenced to 10 years in jail. Look at that. So this is Esau right here just off the jump. 10 years in jail, while Cummins, 35, received a 14-year sentence after the pair denied any wrongdoing during the trial at the High Court in Edinburgh, right? So let's get Psalm 73 real quick. And I want to come back to this Psalm 17 too. But Psalm 73, even though we know that things are starting to change up with Esau, they are starting to have to pay for some of the, because they can't escape this internet. That's what it is. This internet is on their ass. Internet is on their ass. Too cold, bro. They can't escape they try and put these stories out without putting the pictures in there, but they already know, man. People gonna go online and web search this shit. But that shows you the craftiness of Esau, where he doesn't want you to know the type of crimes that they actually commit. Now, I'm telling you, had this been so-called black people, Hispanics, Native Americans, that shit would have been plastered all over the news. Everybody would have knew about this. 10 years, bro, for some shit like this? Come on, bro. Psalm 73 and 3, I'm going to start there. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. This is why you're not to be envious of the wicked, man. Because our people will see, certain people prospering. Just leave that shit alone. The scriptures talks about not fretting, not choosing none of the ways of the oppressor, so to speak. because they're wicked as hell, you know. Don't don't envy the oppressor, man, you know. But it goes on to say, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Verse 5 is the point. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. You think that a so-called black couple would have got 10 years? Would a guy got 15 years? Do you really think that a so-called black woman would have got 10 years and a so-called black man would have got 15 years after abusing how many kids here? 4 kids? And a fucking baby, the toddler. This was a baby then, you know what I'm saying, before, because this is, you know, the baby is, you know, a little older now, you know what I'm saying, because of the trial time has passed, you know what I'm saying. But they were actually, you know, I mean, but this is Esau. So when I seen this again, it just made me think like, man, the shit that they had to been doing to us, man, oh my goodness gracious. We're going to see though, because the Lord is going to show us, you know, we hit that kingdom, we're going to know the full extent of Esau's trespasses, man. But let me get this one real quick. I'm actually out here in the snow/rain. Make it quick and go ahead and wrap it up. But I wanted to get Psalms chapter 17. In verse 13. Come on. Raining on my screen. I'm going to have to make it quick. Psalm 17 and verse 13. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So these people are the sword of the Lord, man. And just think about what they're coming down the pipe with in these last days, man. They about to get busy. You know, I was just watching the video. Trump putting together these people that he's putting together for his cabinet, man. Boy. Man, it's about to get real bizarre world out here. This fucker, I gotta say, this motherfucker, he's weirder than Joe Biden right now. These people that he's picking, man. You know? So, verse 14, it says, from men which are thy hand, O Yahweh, from men of the world which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasures, they are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. But these people are the sword of the Lord. The Lord actually let these people terrorize us, man. But you know, they took it to an extreme. But the Lord actually used these people as the hammer of the earth, man. So again, if they're doing shit like this with their own children, to their own children, and in this day and time, and they still getting a slap on the wrist. Just think about when there was no police circling the blocks. You know, back then, man, you know, they just had a fucking house back in the country and you know, with some hound dogs, and they paid a couple of white men to run your ass down if you tried to escape. There was nobody that you could call and say, hey, I'm being fucked with, you know. No, it wasn't none of that, man. Okay, yeah, also, let me grab this up too. Leviticus 18. Now, this is going off into the law, because you have to realize that Esau, a lot of the shit that he does, a lot of these laws, you know, a lot of the customs and, you know, these enchantments and shit that you see going on in the Americas, you know, with all this A, B, C, D, E, F, G shit, you know, all this gender, you know, all this crazy shit. That goes back to a lot of that goes back to them Canaanites, man, them damn Egyptians. And you know, of course, America, you know, it has that pyramid on the back of the dollar. And that's not for nothing. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of customs from way back then. But let's get the law. Let's see what the Lord says. This is the reason why the Lord, he gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. And it made us holy and separate from these other nations. Because that shit that these people just pulled, this was shit that they was accustomed to doing just regularly. There was a time when, you know, none of this stuff was looked down upon, you know, as far as them, man. They didn't have no laws against stuff like this, dealing with these babies and kids and shit like that then. And even right now, you know, they're trying to really add on that extra letter to the LGBTQ. They're going to add that damn P on, you know. That edophile. You know what it is, man. This dude is violent than the earth. Matter of fact, that's what it speaks on in Job chapter 30. Talks about how they are viler than the earth, man. Braying in it, you know, in them damn caves, you know. Eating them juniper roots. Braying, you know, that word braying going off into grunting. They didn't have like no no real spoken language, sounding like goddamn howling animals, man. You know? Let's get this Leviticus 18. Let's start at verse 26. It says, ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you. Right? For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled. And you can't tell me America is not defiled. This place is nasty as hell. You just feel like you need to take a shower as soon as you get out of the shower. In this place, man. This place is fucking disgusting, man. You know, you have to really, you know, and we, you know, I'm thankful to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You know, you have to do like a damn brain sweep once you get to reading through some of these stories and doing lessons, man. You know what I'm saying? But all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that he keeps us. You know what I'm saying? Because actually in this article, the judge was actually offering the jurors, you know, mental help. You know what I'm saying? You know, doctors on deck. You can go and see a damn shrink after this trial. That is crazy. But it goes on to say, verse 28, that the land spew not you out also when ye defile it, and it as it spewed out the nations that were before you. For whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them shall be cut off from among their people. So the Lord, he gave us a whole list of things. When he said, don't sleep with your mama, they was doing that. When he said, don't sleep with animals, they were doing that. Everything, when you go through the law and you look at everything that was being said in the law, the do's and don'ts. If he said do something, you know, they weren't doing it. If he said don't do something, they were actually doing it. And it's the same thing with Esau's kingdom, right here in these Americas. And not just here. This is wherever they reside, man. You see, was that all? Verse 30, y'all might as well finish it out. Therefore shall ye keep mine ordinance, that ye commit not any of these abominable customs. See? Which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord your God. So these laws, statutes, and commandments, that's what made you holy. Holy going off into separation, man. The law, statutes, and commandments, that was what made us separate from these other nations. These other nations had many gods. You know, they was doing all kinds of shit. Like I said, just read through, you know, Leviticus, Deuteronomy. You know, you'll see all the law. These people were doing it all, man. You know, so I just want to just chop it up on this real quick, man, because this shit is disgusting, bro. And look at the amount of time that they got. They didn't get no time like that. Yeah, this is, yeah, man, it's quite a little bit to the story. It says the pair also sexually and physically assaulted a fourth child, a boy who was born in 2014. So they just, you know, you can't even, you have to be careful, man, on who you leaving your children around, man. The court heard the children had been ordered not to tell other adults what happened. It says no remorse. Jurors returned guilty verdicts against the pair after listening to a week and a half of the evidence detailing the devastating impact their actions had on the children. Much of the evidence is too graphic to repeat reports. Good googly goo, bro. Golly. The judge placed the pair on a sex offenders register. Man, look, this is Esau. And you know what, though? And that judge probably gave him such a slight sentence because he's probably doing shit in the backdrop, bro. Why you think all this trafficking talk is going on, man? You never used to hear about, even though we know that it's going on, it's always been happening. But that internet, man, is kicking Esau's ass. That's the reason why you don't see no pictures. I'm going to scroll through. Look, I scroll all the way through this article. You don't see no photos of these people, man. But let me go back. This is why I had to put the names in. Here they go. Looking weird as all hell. See? But like I said again, you already know, had this been a so-called black couple, they'd have been plastered all over billboards. So, you know, I'm going to end out there, man. But again, these are the very people that are basically going to come down on us, you know, with that Jacob's trouble, man. So pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, for, you know, to be able to make it through all the things that are to come to pass, man, and account it worthy enough to stand before the Son of Man. That Luke 21:36, right? So pray for that, man, because these are some very vicious, brutal, nasty, disgusting ass people, man, and they're capable of anything, for real, for real. So with that, Kwame Yashala on the Bubble Ball.